Episode 10.
We are there, double digits. That's a
1-0.
It's a blessing.
1-0.
Yeah.
They say that episode 7 is where most quit.
Yeah. We defied that. Defied those.
It's one accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, guys.
Welcome to the Surreal Series.
Where it is not only real.
It's surreal.
Hey.
So welcome back, guys. For those of you that are repetitive listeners from these previous episodes.
Really appreciate you.
Any of you.
Love you.
All of you.
Gotta have it.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Give it to me.
Oh, man. How was your Christmas?
Very low-key, the way I like my holidays. Fit in a few naps a day, you know?
Dude, yeah.
You eat a meal.
Yep.
Fall asleep in a food coma.
Oh, man.
Wake up.
That's how Thanksgiving was for me. I didn't get food coma out this Christmas, dude.
This Christmas I didn't eat that much, but I was just tired.
What'd you guys have?
Trying to think. There's like green bean casserole, steak.
Green beans
And green bean casserole for those that don't like green bean casserole.
Okay.
So at least they're catering to different demographics in that sense. We went to my aunt and uncle's house. They had food there. I didn't eat too much just because we were having dinner later and I didn't want to feel gorged. That's what I've been trying to do the past couple years on holidays, at least not gorge.
Dude, eat it, bro. You get that one time a year.
But I mean, like, I enjoy
3 times a year, but
I enjoy the food.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you just don't want.
I'm over that.
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
like
exactly.
the food coma holiday feeling.
I love that, dude. That's the only time I get good sleep, dude. It's like the only time. I promise you, dude. I never have a moment where I start like closing my eyes anymore. Like, you know, when you like start kind of like nodding into sleep, you're just like, start wandering.
Well, full stomach makes you sleep.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's
why
why
you're like hibernating.
Yeah, the people that make it cross country flights, the people like Amelia Earhart, stuff like that.
Yeah,
they packed food, but they actually didn't eat during the whole flight because
you'd fall asleep.
They get more tired. Easier.
Yeah.
So
it's weird. Oh well, yeah, you're burning a lot of calories when you do that.
When you're staying up.
Well, when you eat, you're burning calories as well as taking calories. Yeah, because it takes calories to burn. Dude, that's crazy. I had something really weird. It's like I think it was like a mango. I think it was a grilled mango or something.
Sounds like something they do at my place. Like,
yeah, it was really weird, but then I had barbecue sauce all over it.
Huh.
I was like, what? What is this?
I mean, it sounds potentially good.
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. That was not like the good thing there, but like the good thing there was like the dude, and I've never seen this before. It was like hash browns with like some mayonnaise or something, and then
like not applied after, but cooked with mayonnaise.
Cooked with mayonnaise, right? Dude. It was like hash browns with mayonnaise, and that was a mush, right? And then they put a layer of Lay's chips at the top.
Yeah, cheesy potatoes.
Dude, it was fire.
That's what my mom makes.
It was fire. It was really good.
Cheesy potatoes are so good.
Yeah.
They put the chips on top and then put on broil, get them crispy and
shit. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, I was like, what is this nonsense? That tastes so good.
It's like a potato. You know how like the punchki is like the worst form of a donut caloric wise? That's like the punchki form of potatoes. You can't get so much worse than that for you. Yeah. It's just
why do people eat punchkis, dude?
I don't really like them at all.
Dude, what is it, punchki day?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's punchki day.
Dude.
There's this kid I went to school with. He was just Like this kid, he was just known as the cute little kid in our grade, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember this one time, he brought a 4-pack of Paczkis to school that day and ate all of them. And I'm just like, dude, that's like 4,200 calories.
Yeah, dude, they're so high in calories, bro.
No, that's like, I think they're like 1,100
they're like
calories
1,500, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I looked at one, dude. It was like ridiculous.
So
I was like,
that's 6,000 calories.
my mom bought huge boxes, dude, right? Like a box, like, I don't know, a foot by 2 feet.
to take to work?
Like no. To bring home to me and my sister. She'd eat one, on Paczki Day, and then I was like, bringing fucking dough treats to me. I'm gonna eat them.
Yeah. Honestly, what I would do since I work in a kitchen now, we get to do like specialty ice creams. I would have taken them all to that and made like a creamy Paczki ice cream, dude.
That would be fire, dude. Especially if you deep fried like the Paczki.
Yeah, and just like diced it up into small chunks and deep fried it, and then mixed it,
and then put it
in
inside
there.
the ice cream, like a vanilla bean ice cream, or just a cream, like a creme ice cream,
or like a raspberry cream ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, that would be
There you
good, dude. Hey, write it down, dude.
Right. What is it? Raspberry Paczki cream.
Raspberry Paczki cream ice cream. Ooh, man. We're just inventing stuff now. Well, anyways, guys, we were supposed to have guests on today. Due to unfortunate circumstances, we are not having them on today.
Just scheduling mishaps.
Yep, exactly. So
A little bit of miscommunication, both parts. That's really it.
we had a backup crew come in to fill in for the first episode, but they unfortunately couldn't make it either. It was on such short notice, so I don't blame them.
Thank them for the effort, though.
Yeah, and they'll be on. Hopefully, the originals will be on our first next week episode.
Yes. Or
So
at least one
we got
of
through
them.
10 episodes of just me and Trevor, and Trevor
But
and I.
I think that's beneficial in a way to have 10 episodes to be like, hey, this is what these tards are like.
Yeah, and dude, we're seasoned now. I feel like I feel like, dude, we're not the best at this. Not yet. No. We're gonna be the best, but right now we're just learning.
Dreams take time.
Yeah. We had 10 episodes to do this together, dude. And
we finally got the table exactly how we want it before we even.
Yep.
We spent time today. We got a core drill so that we could drill circular holes into the table.
Yep.
So we could feed the cords all through it and everything. So it's not run across the table. It's not messy.
Yep.
We got all 4 microphones
set up,
the boom arms, the headphones.
It looks beautiful in here, guys. Like, seriously, check out our Instagram posts or Twitter posts. I'm sure it'll be on there. Facebook. It's gonna look great.
That's something that we talked about clamping down on too, is social media.
Yeah.
Especially with my work schedule truly falling into place in the next week and stuff, I'm going to be able to take the time, hopefully, to make a post at least once a day.
Yeah.
On at least 1 or 2 of the platforms.
Yeah.
Just to picture the room, because we're going to end up hanging decorations, putting new things in. So hopefully just post every new decoration, every new stupid thing.
Exactly. Guys, you're gonna be here for every step of it. We don't want to make it seem like it's just a me and Trevor job. It's you guys are here with us, whoever it is. And we're gonna start buckling down. Unfortunately for me, I know Trevor's been really hauling ass, and I've been slacking. I had a little mishap in my mental game, but we're getting back on track.
Hiccups.
That's what this podcast is about.
The bruises and bumps along the way are just character.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. I couldn't say that better. That was a perfect thing to say.
I heard that from there was this video on Facebook today, the top 5 advices from Nickelodeon TV shows.
All right.
And you remember the old shows, like the redhead girl named
Eliza Thornberry?
No, it was like the theme song was like where the grass is always greener.
Oh yeah, it's told by Ginger, my dude.
Yeah. And her mom was telling her like advice, and she said that today. And I was like, I like that.
Dude, I loved As Told by Ginger. That was like a
really good.
Yeah, dude.
Low key, like no one talked about that show.
No.
I love that show.
And it was a girly show, dude, to be honest. But like I remember as a kid, like the morals behind it stuck with me a lot because it was a very real show. It was like it wasn't just a cartoon. It was like, oh wow, this could actually be happening in like real life.
It was kind of like a really toned down, younger version of Freaks and Geeks, but following one.
Yeah.
That's
not so much pot and stuff.
Yeah, like a toned down middle school.
Yes, exactly.
Like, They were in middle school in Freaks and Geeks, weren't they? Were they in high school?
No, they were, some of them were in middle
Seth
school. Rogen, James Franco were in high school. I think the younger guys it was their freshman year. I think that was their first year in high school.
They just seemed so young, so I was thinking, like, dude, they're in, like, 8th grade, 7th grade, dude.
It's really weird, dude.
Especially how weird James Franco and Seth Rogen look compared to now. Like, it's so weird seeing them young.
Or was it James Franco or was it Jared Leto?
James Franco and Seth Rogen.
What?
James Franco, he was always
I'm
wearing
thinking
the
of a
leather
totally
jackets.
different. Yeah, I'm thinking of a
flirting
totally
with the main
different
character
show.
chick.
But there was a totally different show that was very similar to that show, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't like a comedy-based show.
Okay.
But it had Jared Leto in it, dude. This is going to bother me now because, like, this was when he was young and this is when James Franco was young. They wore very similar style clothes, and I always get this mixed up. But,
guess one more update going into this week. Things that we're doing. We're both sitting down with notepads and planners in front of us, trying to get a lot more organized going into this.
Yeah.
We are a lot more comfortable in the mics now, so the next thing we need to hone is our material and our dialect, the way that we go about saying things, becoming more interesting people.
Yeah.
Having interesting hobbies.
Swearing less. It's on my part.
I mean, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable, but I feel like I'm using it in proper spots a little bit.
Yeah, dude. I just throw it willy-nilly. Yeah. But that's who I am. I can't really change too much because then you guys won't get who I really am.
Yeah, and authenticity is a big part of us. We're trying to be as comfortable as we can being us on the mic.
Yeah.
Barry, who came to it a little bit quicker than me, but my silly side's going to start coming out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Guys.
Hey, you guys don't know how silly Trevor can get, to be honest. Man. He's a character.
All right, well, I guess we should, while you're looking that up, I wanted to pull up a video that I saw, I guess a couple weeks ago, but I wanted to bring it up on this podcast. Because this has been a really hot topic in pop culture recently is with Kanye starting his own church.
Yeah.
And his past few gospel albums. And I guess how he's been acting in the public realm, you know?
Yeah.
With just his... And this video will show you... I look at Kanye and I respect him as a person, but only as a musician.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people have thought that he turned a leaf, and I think that this is showing that he's still a little... I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but he's still a little off the chain or off the wagon a little bit. He's still trying to hone himself in, and
I think he's he's a really intelligent dude,
and
but I think he's
intentions.
lost he's off his rocker, dude.
Yeah.
He's off his rocker right now.
Mm-hmm.
I found the name of it. It's Jared Leto plays Jordan Catalano in My So-Called Life. It was a TV series from 1994 to 1995.
Okay.
That's it.
Short show, just like Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so this was Kanye. I just want you guys to listen really deeply. This is about a 3-minute and 40-second clip of him speaking at Joel Osteen's megachurch in Houston, Texas. And so this is him coming on, I guess, after he just established his church and posted that gospel album. And they're very proud that he's come to the Lord, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And they wanted to invite him to have a few words. And I won't say any more. I'll just let you guys listen. If it'll play. Come on. Oh, did you turn it down?
Oh, yep. My bad. I don't know why I did that.
There you go.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, it's just because we were starting and you turned everything down on the extra.
Yep.
I know that God's been calling me for a long time and the devil's been distracting me for a long time.
Preach.
And when I was, in my lowest points, God was there with me and sending me visions and inspiring me. And I remember sitting in the hospital at UCLA after having a mental breakdown, and there's documentations of me drawing a church and start a church in the middle of Calabasas. And even after that, I went and made the Life of Pablo album. I said, this is a gospel album. And I didn't know how to totally make a gospel album. And the Christians that were around were too I would say, beaten into submission by society to not speak
Good for him
up
for
and
proving them
profess
wrong
the
on
gospel
making a good
to,
album, though.
You know,
Did he make? I never listened to
me
it.
because I was a superstar.
This was his first
Like with
gospel.
Pablo?
So,
Okay.
but the only
believe.
superstar is Jesus.
I need to listen to it.
So as I sat there saying, you know, I'm going to make a gospel album, there were Christians that were there that were not. Excuse me, brother. I go into these streams of consciousness when I'm talking, and when you're speaking in the middle of it, I really appreciate the support, but I would like for everybody to be.
Like, what is that?
His ignorance just jumped out, dude, real quick.
Yeah.
So quick. Is he talking to Matthew McConaughey?
No, that's Joel Osteen.
Oh,
He
okay.
looks like him a little
Okay,
bit. His
yeah,
hair
yeah.
slicked back like that.
Yeah. Excuse me, man.
Yeah, because he's just like, yeah, Kanye. Like,
Yeah,
just,
dude.
yeah.
He well, so far, I mean, I'm not going to speak fully, but it seems like he's on this trying to be enlightened path, and then now saying that just kind of deters him from that. He's like, hey, man, don't talk.
Yeah.
I have the stage kind of thing. He's still
Like, what do you
in this-
mean? You've been a star doing concerts for decades. What
Yeah.
do you mean you can't handle one guy going, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
But I mean, up until this point, he's sounded kind of logical
Yeah.
in what he's saying. But
Yeah.
Going on from here, I rewinded 10 seconds again so you can hear them say that
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
But, going on from here, he kind of goes off the beaten path.
You're on 10 seconds?
I go into these streams of consciousness.
Right.
So as I sat there saying, you know, I'm going to make a gospel album, there were Christians that were there that were not. Excuse me, brother. I go into these streams of consciousness when I'm talking, and when you're speaking in the middle of it, it distracts me. I really appreciate the support, but I would like for everybody to be completely silent so I can let God flow through me as I speak.
That power, dude. That power. He still has this, like, mentality of he needs to be powerful.
Flex.
Yeah.
So in the studio, and this studio, it's going to compare to places that you're in life where people tell you to quiet your voice and not talk about Jesus, you know, so loud. But everything else is so loud around us. When I'm in California or when I'm in Vegas, they got posters up advertising, you know, sex trafficking. Because if there's an advertisement for a strip club, that is advertising sex trafficking, because at the end of the night, when they close up, the manager says, how much traffic do we have? So if it's a man that's going through things with his family or going through things at work and he feels he has to go there, we all end up participating, whether it's the spirits that get advertised to us all the time. Alcohol they call it a spirit. So we get constant advertisement for spirits. We get constant advertisement for strip clubs and other things like that. But then we bring up the name of Jesus, we're told to be quiet that down.
Come on
So,
now.
for someone who's professing God and saying, this is going to be a gospel album, the devil's going to come and do everything he can to distract people from knowing how to fully be in service to the Lord. And all of that arrogance and confidence and cockiness that y'all seen me use before,
Still see
God
it.
is now using for him. I feel that I'm standing up and drawing a line in the sand and saying, I'm here in service to God, and no weapon formed against me.
When reality stars get
that-
together.
That was it? That was the interview?
Yeah, that was pretty much the video. I don't know. It was just not so much exactly what he was saying and what he believes, but more of his stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
And how there was no connecting details.
Yeah.
It was just from point to point to point to point to point.
He
But
reminds me, dude. He reminds me of people that I know. People that I don't want to mention names, but it's a dear friend of mine. But he fucking changes his hair, not literally, but you know, changes everything about him way too much. He goes on these things. And he'll be like, well, today I want to be this, and the next day I want to be this. And I get it, dude. Whatever. Like, I'm a person that I don't mind what religion you choose, and I will never say don't follow what you believe and don't do that.
It's what makes you happy and what
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
sense.
Follow your own pursuit. But it seems like his arrogance and like all that stuff has not faded, though he's preaching like it has. Like it's been a profound amount of time that he's been enlightened, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. Dude, he's supposedly only been enlightened for like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that, you know? That's not enough time to really figure everything out.
Yeah, and I think just from seeing that video, I thought it seems like it's kind of a stunt for his album, because he brought up his album like 3 or 4 separate times. And he also said is that if you don't see the message in being truly enlightened in my album, you're a brainwashed Christian.
Wow.
He kind of said that.
Yeah.
At least that's what I got. I'm not putting words
that's
in
wrong,
his mouth,
dude.
but that's the vibe I
That's
got
wrong.
from it.
I mean, dude, don't ever push on anybody's faith or anything like that. That's their faith, dude. Whether it's not coinciding with what you believe and whatever, dude. Mm-hmm. You have no right. And even though he is saying he's Christian or whatever he is, dude, that's not right to ever say, well, if you don't understand my album, then you're not being a good Christian. Like you're being, that's actually, okay. So I was talking to a friend of mine, he's Jewish, the other day, and
Like ethnically or religiously?
religiously,
I got you.
yes, religiously Jewish. He's actually born into a Christian family, converted,
Okay.
has a Jewish wife, everything like that. So he was telling me that they're not allowed to listen to any music that isn't Jewish, right? So they have Jewish covers of songs, right?
I see.
So like one was like Katy Perry, and it was like the Hanukkah, na, 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 like a menorah, like something like that, you know?
So do they follow that rule, or did they kind of break it and listen to
So
real music?
my friend
Your friend, I'm saying.
does not follow that rule, but he says that is like law to them, basically.
Well, I can
like,
see, because that's out other cultural influences from a different place, and it could spread ideas that they don't feel are correct.
Yeah,
and especially in a
I
Jewish
get
culture,
it, dude, but it's hogwash at the same time. It's not allowing you to appreciate anything that's not of your own blood, basically, not of your. That does not fit your.
It's not advancing idea building or anything.
Exactly.
Because you're pushing away.
Yeah. What, are you not allowed to look at art pieces drawn by a Christian person or anything?
Or a socialist or a really good communist artist.
Exactly. That's what,
from back in the day.
So, and I guess that kind of ties in with the Kanye thing. It's like you're saying that nothing else is valid besides what you produce. Just like the Jewish people
of your ideologies or ethnic background.
Exactly. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
It's hard for me. It's always been hard for me to be able to say, yeah, that makes sense to have that strict of a rule.
Yeah.
At least for myself.
Yeah.
And how I go about life, my morals.
Yeah.
I feel, because that's not sharing. If you're not sharing in different cultures, because like when people came across the boats, like Columbus days, coming across the U.S., a lot of people think in a way the settlers that came in were very one-sidedly violent towards the Native Americans. And I mean, there were terrible things like the Trail of Tears that happened where it was a large exodus. But for a large part of it, there was wars.
Between, the Great Indian War, or Great Indian War, I think it's called. Or I think it's something called.
Just between, like, because there was
Native Americans and...
Yeah, Native Americans and like the Rangers.
Yeah.
And those Rangers were just pretty much paid mercenaries that would take voyagers out and make sure they would have cold camps where they wouldn't have fires burning, because Indians like the Comanches and the Apaches would attack you.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm saying, like, you learn so many different things, even if it's hostile, you learn so many different things from different cultures, just interacting with them.
Yeah.
Because we never knew what archery was before we saw like the Comanches and how they rode horses. They, you know, how they were riding sideways on horses. And, like shooting under people's, like the horse's neck and hitting something from 60 meters away.
Yep, exactly.
But they couldn't shoot shit while they were sitting still.
Yeah.
They had to be moving.
Yeah.
Did I ever show you that video of that archer Lars Anderson?
No.
He can like jump in the air and shoot 3 arrows.
Oh yeah, I've seen that guy. I've seen that guy. You didn't show me that, but I've seen it like years ago.
Those are like Comanche techniques.
Yeah.
Especially like he can ride a moped and hit 5 targets in a row going like 20
really
miles
cool.
an hour.
Yeah.
It's sick. But
yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you I feel like we're in an age where it's like a lot of enlightenment's going on, you know?
We're about to learn a lot more too.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing is like we're so in touch with every other culture and everything like that that we've learned these certain things and certain mannerisms and everything like that. But like when a society closes itself off, that's when it's the most destructive because that's when you have things like global warming. That's when you have things like environmental damage. You know what I mean? Because you're saying, well, I don't want to learn anything from you. I don't want to hear anything from you because you're not a part of my society.
Yeah.
I couldn't learn anything from you because you're wrong with everything. Mm-hmm. You know, that's sickening, dude. It's sickening because I feel like that's like the downfall of society if we were to revert back to that, which that's how it used to be. Christians versus Muslims, Muslims versus Jews, Jews versus Christians, a big circle. You know?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of... I find it so weird how they try and justify the Crusades as holy wars.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really? You think that?
Yeah.
Come on.
It was detrimental to every side. You know?
I mean, it was all for a big prize for each one of them, but... Mm-hmm. Is it really? But back then, you have to realize the globalization that's happened in the last 200 years and just the scope of how we can look at things opens the human perspective so much more.
It does. Yeah, I agree.
Because, I mean, a number of 20,000 people... Like, you can't even say that because there's some militaries, like when Persia came to invade the Spartans at Thermopylae, there was 1 million Persians. So, I mean, you can see the scope of a very large group of people. But, I mean, at the same time, you can't see more than probably 20 to 50,000 at once in one area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't really understand how many people were actually in the world. And
there
isn't nearly as much as now either. But still a very large amount.
Yeah. And, dude, if you get 3 million, 4 million people plus, you know, 50 million, 100 million people sectioned off that say, nah, we're not going to progress with you guys. What do you think that world's going to turn into, dude? Like, their section of the world's going to suck, dude.
Failure.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
well, I guess, I don't know if you want me to move on to one of my next notes that I had, or if you have one pulled up.
I mean, dude, I you know, that's, I don't really know what to say else on that, because that's just,
harped on it enough, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, dude, but that's just sickening. I mean,
it all kind of weaves through on.
I'm not saying this Kanye is sickening. No, I'm saying what we were just talking about. But
yeah,
let's go back to the Kanye thing real quick and finish up that. So coming back to that, you know, I think this guy really needs a reality check to notice that he has not changed that much within 2 months. That's basically what I have to say on it. You know?
I feel like I feel like he does have some form of, well, he obviously has some form of a mental illness. He's even admitted to it publicly.
Yeah.
Not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a mania chemical imbalance that goes on with him where he'll go through very high manic phases where he's like this, thinks he's changed a lot, and then he'll go through a little depressive phase in a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he'll ramp back up, and that usually happens when he does something new, like the clothing line or making a church, or new album that's a gospel, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, but I guess
Kanye keep on cranking out those Yeezys and those Crocs, dude.
Those ugly ass Crocs.
That's the only thing he's enlightened in is his shoes, dude. Yeah, the Crocs just suck, dude. Crocs really suck. Yeah, I couldn't really find too much, you know, on short notice, but
you're good. Well, I'll keep moving.
Yeah,
found a few good things. This one's just an interesting one that I found really quick. They found a whale, dude, that's 268 years old.
Like current.
Yes.
Like it's alive.
Yes.
What?
And that means it's around 25 years older than since we've been a country.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, dude, where'd they find it? What kind of whale was it?
I don't. It didn't mention the breed or anything. I can pull up the article on my phone so you can see a picture.
Yeah.
But it was they thought that this species was
It's probably something with
usually lived around 211 years, I believe they said.
Mhm.
But now they found one. Then they checked its age by looking through the amino acids in its eyes.
That's really weird, dude. Does it like look healthy too? Doesn't look like crap.
I don't think it does. Here, I'm just trying to pull up the link. I feel so stupid.
Oh man.
Here it is for you to look at.
Yeah. Let me see this.
It's on the India Times.
India Times.
So yeah, but that's just pretty cool, dude. A whale that's alive that's been around since our country was established.
It's like a right whale. A bowhead whale. Meaning the bow has an average 268-year life expectancy. The whales living in the Arctic and was previously known to live at least 211 years. So they knew it lived a long time.
Yeah, but that's still 60
That's
years
incredible.
longer.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Or 50 years longer, I'm sorry.
That's very incredible.
Right?
Studying 42 genes and using a chemical process called methylation. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so then
really
going
cool.
from here, I found a kind of it's
really
kind of
cool,
a
dude.
funny article. I don't know if I talked to you about this or not already. But there is this retired Japanese guy living in Japan. He got arrested for making 24,000 phone calls
Oh, no.
to his phone provider.
I thought you were talking about the guy that fucked the crocodile.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's we can talk about that after, but dude, this
I
guy
don't know that much about it. But.
within an 8-day period, he called his phone service provider 24,000 times. Because he thinks they violated his phone contract.
Dude, does he sleep?
Apparently not, dude. He said he demanded a company rep come to him in person and apologize.
What the fuck, dude?
And so, like, a few other facts that they noted in the article, though, is that apparently in Japan they're having, like, an increased problem with the elderly population and social issues.
Yeah.
Like, increased fatal car accidents.
Oh, okay.
And also, like, railway operators.
Yeah.
Like, for the subways there and stuff, the trains.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, increases in violence among the elderly customers. Like, fighting people.
What is going on,
I don't
dude?
know. I mean,
This is only in Japan?
yeah, this is strictly Japan.
That study, though, is from, like, okay.
Yeah, like the facts are from like
Dude,
about
that's
things being
really
analyzed
weird.
there. So I'm like kind of curious about what is really going on there. I wonder if it's like
Japan's turning into zombies, and it's only the old people.
I wonder if it's like a medication problem or just a mental illness, like
That could-
not proper medical,
That could actually be
like amphetamine issues.
Yeah, but it could be something as simple as like their baby aspirin, because you know a bunch of older people are on like blood thinners, stuff like that.
Does that make them more aggressive?
No, but I'm
Sometimes.
saying maybe they fucked up. You know what I mean? On a giant batch. You know, that could be possible. Could definitely be possible.
Who knows?
Yeah,
You never know.
you never know, but we can speculate. Maybe it could just be a zombie takeover from
knows?
Japan, and it only infects the elder people.
I mean, if it would start anywhere, you'd think it's there. There's a lot of unique characters over there.
No, there's no nuclear waste there, is there?
Huh?
There's no nuclear waste there, is there?
In Japan?
Yeah, I don't think they have access to nukes.
You said nuclear waste.
Yeah.
There's still nuclear levels there that are pretty high. There's been a lot of birth defects.
Yeah. Okay.
In children, even up till today, like they're predicting that there's still not going to be like good radiation levels for decades, or at least hundreds
Just
of
in all of
years.
Japan, pretty much.
Like the area, ground zeros and areas around that.
I got you. Oh, and like
Chernobyl's like it's not going to be
Nagasaki
safe for another 50,000 years.
that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Dude, there's this documentary I
'cause
saw that
the
was
half-life of a plutonium atom is like...
I thought you were asking me. I'm like, you think I'm gonna know that?
No. The half-life of a plutonium atom is like 10,000 years or something like that. So yeah.
Oh yeah. But dude, I saw this. It was cool, like a parkour documentary where these people illegally snuck into Chernobyl, and it was like an hour and 45 minutes.
I didn't watch the whole
watch
thing.
It,
Yeah.
It
That's
was
super
like, so
dope.
sick.
Yeah. So what they find?
I didn't watch anything, but it's just like I looked a few clips through, like clicked really quick, and I was like, dude, that's so dope. Just people that would go. There are tours that they offer at Chernobyl where you can go and you get free radiation medical treatment after.
Yeah,
that'd be a cool.
But you don't
place.
go. I don't think you go in. Like you don't go by the reactor. You don't go by. You're
They
like
don't take
basically
you
on
next to
city
the-
limits, basically.
No, you get to walk the grounds pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, but you don't go anywhere close to the reactor.
You don't go to the reactor room. Like, they went into the reactor room.
Oh,
on
these
that
guys,
documentary, yeah.
dude, they're gonna die in like 20 years. Then, dude, that is such high levels of radiation. That is such high levels of radiation, dude. I would say stay a mile away from the reactor safely.
Yeah, I watched this video that was talking about the depletions, or not the depletions, but like the medical, whatever symptoms of if you're the people that went in to evacuate people and equipment out of the radiator room when it blew.
Yeah.
It was like after like a minute or two, you were starting to experience severe muscle spasms and difficulty breathing. And like around minute 6, it would escalate and escalate, and you'd start getting severe, super, super severe headaches.
Yeah.
And you would die in like 2 weeks just from being there in that room for 6 minutes, which if you think about it, if you're freaking out, that's not that long a time.
No.
And so like, dude, you're in, and so like your skin starts to blister and shit. And for the next 2 weeks, I guess it
basically being probably burned alive, dude.
I would imagine it feels like with people with what happens when you come up too fast, scuba diving.
Oh, you're not purging? I forget what the diagnosis
but it's
is.
like it's like the carbon levels in your blood or whatever are dispersed,
poisoning
slow
you.
enough.
They're
and
poisoning
it's like
you.
your blood's basically starting to boil inside you.
Yeah,
So you have to go into decompression chamber. I'd imagine it feels kind of like that with radiation.
Yeah,
'cause you're
yeah.
basically cooking from inside out.
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah.
Because those people don't think about it. You can't see it, so you don't know about it. But taking a physics class back in high school, those rays, those gamma rays, it's like
It's penetrating your whole...
it's invisible knife cutting
through you and
deforming cells.
Yeah, they go through you. That's what people don't
Just
understand.
straight
It's not
through.
like it starts at your skin, dude. It's everywhere in your body all at once.
Yeah, it like bounces everywhere.
Yeah.
And it just goes.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. But yeah, like that place will never ever be the same reasonably within the next 1,000 years.
I feel like
I think after 1,000 years maybe we can start going back there, but
I feel like for not livable, but being able to
how to be
investigate
livable,
a little bit more.
but it's definitely going to make the lifespan a lot shorter there.
I don't think humanity's going to be around long enough for that place to be fully safe.
You don't think so?
Because
I
if they're
think we
saying
will.
around 50,000 years,
Yeah.
that's a
Oh no, it's like 10,000 years. I think it's 10. Is it 10,000?
yeah. I was shocked at the number it said, so I thought it was more higher than that. I'll see. I'll
Could
just
be like
Google
100. It could be the half life is like, or the full life is like 100,000. I don't know. But dude, have you ever watched Chernobyl Diaries?
Yeah.
That freaked me out, dude.
Oh, so it says 20,000.
What's the new? Okay, 20,000 years.
Yep.
That's a half life of plutonium. Okay. Because I think that's what they used there was plutonium.
Yeah, so it's National Geographic, I will go with that, 20,000 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds pretty reliable.
Yeah, but I mean, still, that's so long away, and if we can't evade these asteroid belts, like the Kuiper Belt or the Torrid Belt, then or just colonizing other planets, which I don't think we're going to be good enough at terraforming.
Yeah.
Very quickly on other planets in the sake of making something livable and creating. I mean, it might be easy in a sense, but we're not. You know, Do you know how hard it is to let alone like execute a plan of going to the moon? But now you're thinking about going to Mars, where you're possibly going to have to repopulate on the ship, on the way, train people.
Oh, 100%. It's
so
like a 3-year mission.
Going to be so much more difficult to actually execute a plan.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You have to go there with, well, dude, you have to go there with full intent. Never coming back. You will never see the people that you love ever again. And I think a lot of those people are okay with it. The ones that signed up, they're just like, fuck, dude, what is there for me here? But
well, they want to be the next one that's taking one big step for mankind.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
a beautiful
thing.
An
honorable thing.
Yeah, exactly. That is a very honorable thing. You are the first person to step foot on another planet, not on the moon, a planet, until they say that Mars is just a moon. Yep. Mars is an exoplanet.
It's like we land on Mars, and then the Russians are like, it's just the moon.
It's just another moon of Earth.
Another moon.
They're like, damn it, damn it, Elon Musk.
Oh man, SpaceX, man. Yeah. What do you think about that Tesla truck, dog?
Pretty sick, to be honest. Pretty sick, dude. Yeah, it looks like it.
Honestly, dude, if I won a crazy lotto like the Mega Millions, where it's in like the 400 mils,
I'd get one. It's not even that expensive. Do you know how much expensive it is?
It's like $60K.
Yeah, dude, that's not that expensive.
It's the same as a Ford Raptor, and that thing's tougher than a Ford Raptor.
Probably, easily, yeah.
Easily. Do you know how fast that thing could go?
Dude, reasonably, probably like 190 miles an hour, something like that. 180, 190
I want to see the first person to roll one of those bad boys.
Probably safe. It's all jagged edges.
I didn't see the seatbelts in there.
They don't come with it. That's how safe they are.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they have, like, I'd like to get, like, the racing.
Man. No, but that's supposed to be, like, a family sedanish kind of thing.
You can get, I'm sure there's a package where you can get an extra $1,500 for the sports package. The
That's actually really
package.
Good. I want to look at it real quick because
is that thing was so early in production they didn't even have the side mirrors on it.
We don't know if it's actually going to look like that though.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They didn't. Change. It's so little in production still that they didn't even have the mirrors on the side. And that thing's definitely not street legal for how wide that thing is. That's bigger than a Hummer H1, I would think, right?
Do you think this is what they're going to put on Mars? You think the reason that they made this is like a rover?
I mean,
it looks like a fucking
it's reasonable.
Rover, dude.
All they'd have to do is put solar panels on Mars really quick, and then they'd have a charging station for those trucks, and you have unlimited energy for that right there.
Dude, it just reminds me so much of the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, dude, I can't wait till Rocket League puts that bad boy in there.
Ooh, dude. I'll get back into Rocket League if they put that.
I've started to get back into it because I've been playing with Nick and our buddy Scope.
Yeah. Well, dude, you start hitting me up, man. I have weak people playing with me.
I'll play duos with you and stuff.
The reason that I'm such ahead of the curve is because I had you guys when I first started, and that's the best thing that you can do with a video game, like, is have
especially
really good
Rocket
friends.
League, though.
Yeah,
because Rocket League is unlike any other game that you've played before, vehicular wise.
Yeah,
I mean, I would hope that for the majority of people that would listen to this, since we're probably going to try and get towards the decently gaming involved crowd in a way, just talking about games and storylines within them, but it's just a car racing game where you can get boost and jump, use the boost to fly in the air, but it's basically a soccer game that's in a closed-in, rectangular-shaped arena.
It's like indoor soccer.
It's indoor soccer, but you can use the boost to fly in there and hit the ball. It sounds kind of stupid and childish.
Go off the ceiling, go off the walls. It's really...
it's very soccer. Like, if you like soccer...
You'll love that game.
You'll love that game because it's very... But you can only do up to 3v3 or 4v4, but 4v4 isn't, like, actually... a very popular mode. 3v3 is the most popular way to play. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun. It honestly is. You can have a lot of fun with friends with it, especially once you get good and you can perform. Yeah. And you're playing in the higher ranks and you can actually contemplate how to play the game. Rotation-wise, same thing. It's like how you have to rotate players and positions in basketball where if some person goes up to, guard somebody that's about because he sees them about to go into cut to make a shot
Person-
or pull up
person
a
fills his
3-pointer.
space,
The person behind him will come and fill his spot because he went. It's just an even rotation. So,
and well, I have to say, if you guys like challenges, like the learning curve for that game is ridiculously high. So it's like you'll see gameplay and you're like, oh, that's so easy. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna do exactly what a pro does. That looks so easy. Like, oh, I did flying in other games. I've done racing in other games. So I'm gonna combine both.
mm-hmm.
Nah. It's so different because
it'll take you months just to be able to find the right settings.
Yeah. And it was fantastic that I had you and Nick and Scope to play with, because a lot of the people that I play with did not have that ability. So like they may have played more time than me, but they're so much further behind because I had you guys. You know what I mean? I had to like even that difference in level.
Well, and you had.
You know?
I mean, we were kind of hard on you on being like getting
100%.
things right too, and like when you messed up, we would tell you, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come
exactly.
on.
Exactly.
Like, just
you guys gave me a week to babying
assimilate
me.
in a way.
Yeah, and then after that, it was like, dude, you should have been there. I was like, oh, well, dude, what? I've been playing this game for a week.
Yeah, I mean, but it's
good instruction though.
Yeah, it's crazy because it took so much longer to learn how to play effectively like that because there was no meta, which a meta, if you guys don't know, is pretty much like the
best way to play the game.
Way that you should play the game.
Yeah.
That's the most effective and the way that most people that are new to the game won't know how to defend against.
Or the strongest weapon in a game, or the strongest tactic in a game, or the strongest vehicle,
Yeah, whatever
vehicle.
it is. But with this, at first it was one of the big metas was so you hit the ball in the air, and then after that you would jump in the air and hit the ball one more time because people wouldn't think that
Double
you were
touches.
capable
Yeah.
of hitting the ball in the air, then flying up under it, jumping, and hitting it again to hit it up above them. Mm-hmm. So they wouldn't contemplate that at all.
Yeah.
So you could hit it over them.
Yeah.
But playing definitely got way more complicated as the months went on.
Yeah.
So when you came into the mix, there was a lot of new players coming in and a lot of experienced players. A lot more new ones than experienced, though.
Yeah.
So it was easy for you to know because we'd tell you these little things.
Yeah.
It's like when you work in a kitchen and you're working with your chef on a shift and he tells you how you should pan-sear something and throw it in the oven to cook it to that perfect cook some way that you didn't do it before, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's the same way.
Yeah.
Or in
exactly.
any job,
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's what I liked about that but I downloaded that game from when that game released. It was first free to play it was free for a week on the PlayStation Store. And I'm like, this game looks so dumb.
Yeah.
But I downloaded it for free.
Yeah.
Then after a month, I started playing. I'm like, holy crap.
This is like a really
awesome.
fun game.
And that's where I met most of my gaming friends up until this day that I talk to now.
Yeah. That's surprising that you met them in Rocket League out of all games, which is, I can revere, it's probably one of the most toxic games besides Modern Warfare 2 on
Siege.
on 360 and Siege. Yeah.
Siege is the most toxic community game I've ever played.
Because it allows for people to kill their teammates
and vote them
them off the island, dude.
So it was teams of 5 in Rainbow Six Siege, and one team was like storming a house, and another one was defending and it would be like a hostage or a bomb situation. But so if there was a team of 4 people and a random filled the last spot, they could all just when they spawn, turn around, kill this guy, then all 4 of them vote to kick him from the game and just let him go. Like,
and if you killed somebody at the beginning and they didn't leave, they were forced to just watch cameras of you playing the entire time.
Yep.
Oh man, what a toxic game. But yeah, like
so
Rocket
that game.
Yeah, dude, me too. But Rocket League was like a different kind of toxic, where you had a chat log and it was like quick chats, and it was like,
what a save!
Yeah,
nice
what a
shot.
save! What a save!
What
nice
a
shot! And it was all like sarcasm. You always said everything in sarcasm. You're like, nice shot if some dude totally whiffed the ball. You're just like, nice shot, bruh.
Or like if the ball's
Spam
in your
it.
end near the goal and the goalie goes to hit it out,
Yeah.
and they just totally whiff it, be like, great clear.
Yeah. What a save. Close one.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty toxic, but they've gotten a lot better. Like, if you put any swear word typed out in the chat now, I just like to do it because someone will be like, F you suck.
Yeah.
And then, they'll call him like a fag or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And every time I see that fag word, I'm always like, report.
Reported.
And then like the next day it'll be like, due to your efforts, someone has been banned due to offensive language. And it's like,
wait, you can actually get banned now?
Yeah, now it's one-time offense. You're banned for like a day. And then after that, it's a week and then a month and then permanent.
Dude.
Yeah.
No way.
That's
smart.
Good,
yeah,
but
smart.
you can't get banned for being sarcastic with the auto
quick
chats, quick chats with like what a save I shot and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, I never had a problem really with messaging people and being like,
oh, dude, I was brutal when you started playing.
Yeah,
with,
dude,
like,
I remember.
opponents.
You were like, I didn't think you really talked that much crap. It's like you just wouldn't say anything nice to anybody on your team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that I'd be like, nice shot, and then you'd say thanks, and then I'd actually
just
type
kidding.
in not.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. But anyways, yeah, I think I would love to like do video game segments on this podcast, dude. Just you like multiplayer. You're so much better at multiplayer than me. Like on most games, at least.
I mean, there's some I'm sure that you'd be better at.
Card game.
Like, you wouldn't beat me in euchre.
No, I would not. Yeah, you're right. I've never played euchre.
Poker, probably not.
Texas Hold'em, I play a lot. So
I play poker more than. Well, I guess I play each one.
I had a little gambling addiction for a while. Go to the casino, spend a little bit too much money, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't play too many card games. Once I had euchre, it's like, all right, there's no point in playing any other game. It's the most fun game once you truly learn it.
Yeah,
you'll be like, there's no point in learning another game.
Anything. What about Yu-Gi-Oh?
No. I graduated.
Hey, dude. What about Yu-Gi-Oh?
No. I mean, here's the thing.
I got a question.
I never liked Pokemon as a kid as much.
Yeah.
I was big into Yu-Gi-Oh. So at least I had something.
All right, dude. What about this? Is adult Yu-Gi-Oh? It's called Magic the Gathering.
Dude, did I ever tell you about when I went to a vape expo a few years ago?
No, was there Magic the Gathering going on there?
Yeah, so I went to the Kobo Center in downtown Detroit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm with a few buddies.
Yeah.
One of them's Macro.
Okay.
And then we walk in, we pay for our tickets.
Vape centers.
Yeah. Trevor Vape.
Trevor vaping. Yeah. Yeah.
So we walk in, and I'm like, it's probably in this door. We walk in this door, dude. The virginity slapped me so hard across the face when I walked in this room, dude, just from the sake of like how everybody was standing there looking at me. They they were wearing your exact glasses.
Oh gosh.
And they were wearing all the same exact, I think it was either a blue, and then there was like a maroon red Magic the Gathering shirt, and they were all the whitewash blue jeans.
Oh god.
With the same like white Reebok sneakers. And
was it on purpose?
I don't know. Everybody was
just
like the same, and I'm just like,
thing.
no, and I was just like,
red team,
this doesn't
team.
look like a vape expo. I'm just like, wait, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I look over, I look at all these signs, I'm like, holy shit, this is a Magic the Gathering expo.
So when was the vape expo happening? Next week?
No, it was right next door.
Oh,
it was
okay.
the one down.
I got you.
So we finally get to that one. I'm like, dude, this makes so much more sense. No offense to people that like that game, but it was just everybody looked like
it's a culture, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
I like Magic the Gathering. Would never be one of those people.
I wouldn't be able to go to an event like that, I guess, because I wouldn't be too into it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, I really enjoy a lot of things that people geek out about. And I love them, man. You know what I mean? And I love them with my whole heart. Like Naruto. Love it, dude. Will you ever see me at YumaCon dressed as Naruto? No.
No,
that's you will not.
Yeah. That's what, I know plenty of people that are in to that game specifically, but they're not the ones to dress up and go to things like that. You know?
Exactly.
I'm not. There's no game there's nothing I've ever been involved in that I would dress up as a fictional character and go to, unless it was Halloween. Yeah. Maybe. But other than that, the only thing I'm going to do to dress up as something fictional or impersonate another character is for like promo pictures on this podcast. Yeah. And that's for humor.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Dude, I agree with that completely. And man, it might be fun one time. I think I want to try this, but I think I want to go to Comic-Con, dress as something. You know, get a decently
one of the cons
expensive.
I'd go to,
Yeah, dude. Maybe dress as Boba Fett, dude, from Star Wars or something like that. I want to do something that like I really enjoy, and maybe do it for an hour. I'm not gonna do trooping, which they call it. It's called trooping, where you go around with your friends and you do it for the weekend. You know what I mean? I'm not going to wear a costume for a whole week.
The thing I would go and do for a weekend is go to like a E3 event. Where like
that would
for
be
new
awesome,
video
man.
games and shit being released.
We could
That'd
do
be
that.
Cool.
We could do that this like next year, but that's like in Los
LA.
Angeles most of the time.
So, I mean, we'd have to find a cheap hotel that's an hour drive away or something farther inland.
I would love to do that, dude. That'd be such a fun time, dude.
Because I want to end up finding events that we could network with people eventually at.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that's big with us, too, that we were talking about is we feel like the next big step with this podcast especially is having guests on. So that, because there's going to be people coming on, and we have a lot of fun doing this. And I don't think any of the people listening have ever been on a podcast. So some of the people that come on as guests, once they're on, I'm going to say, like, they're going to be happy and be like, dude, we've been on a podcast.
I've been
like,
on a podcast
fun.
before.
Like, it was fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you want to hear it? You know?
And they're going to end up telling people about it.
Yeah.
So hopefully there'll be a little bit of growth from that. But mainly that's something we've been doing the first 10 episodes solo. But we want to move into groups now.
Yeah.
Like having people on.
Yeah.
2 people, maybe sometimes 1. We want to have any friends that are running their own personal business. We might not be able to offer like too much business yet, but we want at least to have a platform. So when we do have a little bit more of a platform, people will be able to go back to the episode and hear about you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And on top
we're going to
of it,
mention you and have you on in later episodes.
Yeah.
So it's not like your life stays the same.
And I think really it's like, you know, you can come on here and promote. I think really what we go for is we just want to talk to you. You know, it doesn't have to be about promotion, an upcoming thing that you're doing, anything like that.
I was saying specifically to friends that have their own business.
Oh, yeah, no, of course.
That's a big part that I want to hear about is like friends that are our age that are starting businesses. That's incredible. Like, how do you even do that?
Yeah, yeah. For a little bit there, I was talking to some girl that started, she started her own clothing business that she goes around and she, what does she do? She would do like acting sets and stuff. She do like the clothing, she pick out clothing, go to like the mall and pick out clothing for like an acting set and like for photo shoots and stuff like that. I was like, that's incredible. That's a really cool, I love, you know, didn't end up working out, man.
But it's an interesting thing to talk about and learn about.
Yeah, man.
You don't hear about many people. There's people that are employed to go shopping for rich people, like clothes shopping and grocery shopping.
I know. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a fun job to go to like
it's
Whole
like
Foods for 2 hours?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then just go
I'd be down with
grocery
that.
shopping.
I'd be down with that.
Be like a personal chef.
Dude, I don't care.
Making pancakes every morning, make lunch and make dinner and go home.
I wanna start like doing that like Blue Apron thing, dude. I know you had said
it's kind
you
of
did
expensive,
it. Is
but
it?
It's worth. If you're gonna do any of them, do Blue Apron.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do Blue Apron. I like when we move into an apartment together. I want to do that butcher box where we get
Bunch of meats and stuff like that.
you get 2 pounds of organic ground beef for free.
Yeah.
Every month.
Dude, that's
Also
awesome.
Fillets,
Yeah,
and be pork chops, steaks.
Cook it all up like almost immediately and just run it, dude.
Not cook it all up immediately.
Well, the ground
could
beef.
freeze most of it.
Yeah, ground beef can
ground
freeze.
beef. We make mostly a chili, and then we can do maybe like healthier sloppy joes or like just burgers, stuffed burgers.
Yeah, I'd be down for all of it, dude. All of it sounds. That's one thing.
Jalapeno cheddar burgers.
That's one thing that I'm really trying to like cut out of my life is like any food from anywhere. Like I'm trying to like, because I don't know what they do with the food. I don't know how it's made. I don't know how much fat and stuff is in it. I don't know what kind of cuts they're using. You know, I just rather know what I'm making for myself. And you know, I trust you with making things. So it's like at the point when we do move into an apartment, dude, it'll be very easy. You know, to say, yo, dude, hey. You know, you make something this day, I'll make something that day, dude. I'm sure you know my cooking style. I don't fucks with the meat, dude. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not once you get it's mainly
like
just knowing
fish
how
and
to
stuff,
properly
but-
sear. Not a lot of people know how to sear a steak, and no one. Listen, season your fucking steaks.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm tired of people like I had one yesterday, seasoned really good.
Yeah.
It was like I think it was a fillet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wait, I forget what steak seasoning my
Was it
mom's
just salt and
boyfriend
pepper?
used. No, salt and pepper. I think it was like it was like a stock steak seasoning. Like
Oh,
a
sweet.
shaker that had
Yeah, like a
bunch of
dry
different-
rub. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've had steaks at people's houses so much. They don't even salt and pepper, so it's like I have to drown it in A1 to get flavor.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
It's like
I hate A1 to be honest, dude. It takes away from the entire taste of what you're going for.
I like
Just a small dip.
if there's a really good
Okay.
steak, I like to eat like a quarter to half of it with the A1 and the rest without.
Yeah.
Because I like A1's flavor, but I do like steak's flavor in general.
Yeah.
A little red is not bad, guys. Tired of all these well done steaks out there. People need to nut up a little bit. There's people in some countries that eat raw chicken.
Oh, dude.
You can have a little
Just
bit
look
of
at
a
my
red
phone.
steak.
And so we were talking about that Tesla truck, though.
Chia.
200 to 500 miles on a charge. 250 to 500 miles on a charge.
Yeah. That's the same as Tesla's. Tesla's are around 300 right now. Usually.
And 2.906 0 to 60.
Yeah. And you know they're going to ramp that up before production.
Yeah, it's
And that's
well,
not even the
2.9
sports
is the
edition.
high end of that. They said 2.9, I think, to 6.
Yeah, but that thing's not coming out till 21 or 22, dude.
Yeah.
But they're doing
Go get
something
it,
so
yeah.
dumb with it. It's like $100 down payment, like you're pre-ordering a game, and it's not even guaranteed if you'll get the truck.
If you get the truck at all. Yeah.
It's like, dude, if they can't, like, if that product's not sitting in front of you in your face, and they're like, this is what you be buying.
Yeah, that's pretty
exactly, then
stupid.
Don't.
Yeah.
Because now they're just using that as, look at the publicity they've done with their stocks and how it's exploded, and he made it up to 420 million or billion in stock or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's just, he was using it to, it's like pre-orders on a video game.
Yeah.
But, dude, it's a car.
Yeah.
Your life depends on that vehicle. Don't treat it like a video game.
I feel like Elon Musk could just sell those shares right now and make a new business. It's like his name's attached to Tesla now, so like if he left Tesla, I feel like they'd be in the fucking shambles. And then if he moved and made a new business with that 450 million, or well, it'd be like 20 billion. If he sold half of the half that he owns. He owns like 51% or 55% or something like that, somewhere in that margin. But if he sold that, dude, 20 billion, and then just made a new company, I feel like he'd be Gucci. He'd have a successful new company.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's just going to stick with it, though.
No,
Yeah,
of
he
course.
should.
I know he's
It's
doing
his
the
company.
SpaceX thing and that, and
He's going to get contract with the government. Why
yeah,
wouldn't he?
yeah, exactly. That's true.
I guess we'll wrap up a little bit now.
Well, did you have any other?
No, that was all my
was
plans
it?
for today. Those are all the little notes.
I
Nothing
got
too
you.
crazy.
I got you. Well, anyways,
You had a quote?
no,
No.
no, I forgot.
I'm sorry. I thought that was...
I forgot. Well, what did I want to talk about real quick?
I mean, I guess the quote... I have the quote of the thing that we mentioned earlier with the ginger chick, like the show Ginger.
Oh, yeah.
Just stick with that quote.
Nah.
I like that one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. What was it?
It's just like the bumps and bruises in life, or just character.
Okay.
You know?
That's
Keep it short and sweet for
that's
this
told by Ginger.
one. Ginger's mom.
That's told by Ginger.
Ginger's mom.
Not as told, but has been told. Was told.
Professed.
Well, anyways, guys, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas and everything like that. And
Hopefully you have a happy New
happy
Year,
holidays, to everyone else of, not Christian faith or anything like that. But, we're all going to have a great New Year's. We'll see 2020 in about 5 days here.
Yep.
And
5 days.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to just the simple socials.
yeah.
Surreal Series. Well, the Surreal Series on Instagram. Then series_surreal on Twitter. On YouTube, the Surreal Series. Same thing for our Facebook group. I got a subreddit, the Surreal Series. We don't really need to give out our personals. It's not relevant. Not yet.
Nope, not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Trying to.
You guys
promote-
asked for it. Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, guys. You have a wonderful week. Take care.
Yeah, take care. Why are you saying that?
This is some real serious, baby.